Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I bring you guys another video today talking about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and the data mining and leaks from Kurt or Kafotics here on Twitter. The movesets have been released as of last night, and it was something I wanted to talk about in my Meltan video, but they weren't out yet. So now we actually have movesets and learn sets for every single Pokemon. This is something that is considered spoilers, so if you don't want to watch any further, I would definitely recommend kind of stopping here. But if you want to just see what the movesets are going to be, or you already have the game and you're interested in more information, then definitely be sure to check this video out. Hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new. I have a chance to win a Nintendo Switch in the description below as well if you want to check that out simply by following my socials. So let's jump right into it, man. I'm really excited. We got a lot of different movesets for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. We can go through, you know, the 151 Pokemon, but my focus is going to be on final evolution. So let's take a look here. So we're going to jump right into this paste bin here. We're going to jump right into Venusaur. You can see it's got Petal Dance, pretty standard stuff, right? Sleep Powder, Poison Powder. The big one is going to be Solar Beam, and this is because a little bit of a spoiler here as well. Solar Beam's base power was buffed to 200 base power, which is absolutely insane, man. 200 base power was previously, I believe, 120, so it gets a tremendous buff. Now, again, there's no abilities in this game, so you don't have Chlorophyll to worry about in terms of doubling speed and then just spamming Solar Beam and Sunny Day, but Sunny Day and Solar Beam together still creates a pretty good combination for a number of different Grass-type Pokemon, like Venusaur, Vileplume, and Victreebel, all which sport pretty good special attack stats that can take advantage of the fact that Solar Beam is now 200 base power. Moving forward to Generation 8, if you look at that and you actually give it a Power Herb, you can make it so Solar Beam charges immediately and then fires off in the same turn, and that could actually prove to be a pretty viable competitive strategy moving forward. So it's going to be very interesting to see kind of how things work with Power Herb and Solar Beam and just various things like that. With Venusaur, you can see it is going to have, you know, the different abilities here, but those are not going to be relevant in this situation. There's a handful of different TMs and stuff too, Outrage being one of them, but most of this stuff is pretty straightforward. Mega Drain also did receive a buff. I don't believe Giga Drain is in the game. Mega Drain, maybe it is in the game, I actually don't know. This is actually my first time looking through this list too, if I'm being honest, or second time rather, but I didn't really go that far the first time. Mega Drain is buffed now to, I think, 75 base power as well, so it's a much more viable move. Let's take a look at Charizard here. Charizard is gonna get, let's see, Dragon Rage, Flare Blitz, Air Slash, there's some pretty good moves there. Again, it can be both Mega, X, and Y. Looks like it gets a lot of the TMs, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, so I think Charizard is actually gonna continue its viability. Outrage, Earthquake, is Dragon Claw a TM? I don't know if Dragon Claw is actually a TM, so that could actually really kind of hinder his ability to be effective. You may be reliant on Dragon Tail, Dragon Pulse, and Outrage, really. I think that's, yeah, if he doesn't have Dragon Claw, Outrage is his best dragon move, unless there's some sort of tutor in the game, which I'm not familiar with at this point. Blastoise here gets Flash Cannon, gets Fake Out, gets Aqua Jet. That's pretty cool. Hydro Pump, Skull Bash, pretty straightforward there, and Scald is going to be the big move there, obviously. And then it gets access to things like Ice Beam, of course, through TMs, and I think Blastoise should be relatively unchanged. Butterfree here, anything different there for Butterfree? Not really. I mean, it loses out on its ability, so it's not going to have Compound Eyes anymore, which means the ability to set up, you know, Sleep Powder and then Quiver Dance is definitely inhibited. It's not going to be nearly as good. It does have some decent TMs, though, options with Mega Drain, Shadow Ball, and Psychic, and then, of course, it can obviously use things like, you know, Air Slash and Bug Buzz. Let's see what we got here for Beedrill. Beedrill learning Peck at level 1, which is pretty cool. It's also going to learn Outrage. This is about as far as I got earlier when I looked through the list. Beedrill learning Outrage is pretty nuts. Previously, it couldn't learn that. But the big one is U-Turn, X-Scissor, Poison Jab here, obviously, for Mega Beedrill. Even without its ability, those are going to be really, really viable. And Drill Run here. That's a big one too, obviously being able to hit those Steel-type Pokemon with a Ground-type attack. So Beedrill feels relatively unchanged, minus the fact that it doesn't have an ability. Let's see here with Pidgey and Pidgeot. Pidgeot looks to be pretty similar. It does have U-Turn, so you're going to try to use that. In terms of other moves, it doesn't have Hurricane, does it? I don't think it has Hurricane, so Hyper Beam is going to be its best offensive attack. Facade, maybe. Yeah, Mega Pidgeot is not going to be very good. You're going to have to use Air Slash. That's so bad, dude. That's so bad. Mega Pidgeot is going to be terrible in this game. You have to use Air Slash, so completely nerfed. Heat Wave is kind of cool. It's nice that they gave it Heat Wave. But you don't have No Guard, so you're going to potentially miss anyway, even if you had Hurricane, but you would probably still run Hurricane. So yeah, that's pretty brutal. You're going to be running basically Air Slash. So big nerf there to Pidgeot and Mega Pidgeot. Let's see here. What else we got? We've got pretty standard stuff here. Swords Dance is cool for Eradicate. That's pretty nice. Obviously, Facade. U-Turn is good. He does get a lot of special attacks, but you're really going to stay on the physical side. Crunch, you know, Sucker Punch is cool. So some previous tutor moves kind of disappearing. Drill Run on Fearow is nice. Gotta like that. Otherwise, same kind of deal here. Try attack is probably a special attack, I think. U-turn, facade, headbutt. I mean, so you're gonna run drill peck, drill run, and then U-turn and maybe facade, or I don't know if return is even a move. I don't see it, so I'm not sure. Might be a move tutor. Again, I'm not familiar with the move tutors, so that could change a couple things, but I would imagine there's not too many. So Arbok here gets glare, poison jab, not too bad. Sucker punch and crunch, pretty good stuff there. Let's see what else gets. Poison jab, rock slide, earthquake, so relatively unchanged. Pikachu's moveset obviously picked up double kick, and then obviously has a wide variety of new moves. It also gets payday, which is kind of cool that they brought that back. Raichu gets encore and fake out, which is nice. And then it's gonna also pick up, let's see here, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Calm Mind. Calm Mind is really cool. I actually don't think Raichu previously learned Calm Mind. I could be wrong there, but I've actually never seen anyone use a Calm Mind Raichu, so I'm not too sure. Sand Slash here looks pretty straightforward too. Nothing too new there. The Nidorans, let's see here. Does it? Yeah, it does have superpower, which is pretty cool on Nidoqueen. Gets the Thunder Punch and Fire Punch, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower. So Nido King and Queen are going to be phenomenal. They don't have Sheer Force anymore, obviously, with no abilities in this game, but definitely looking to be pretty strong. Mega Horn on King is going to be a nice kind of separator. I think they're definitely going to be one of the better Pokemon in the metagame just because of their kind of wide variety of moves. Clefable gets Moonblast, which is nice. And I believe Play Rough is actually a TM now. I'm not sure if it's going to get it. Yeah, it does. So it does get Play Rough. Again, not really relevant, but still cool. Stealth Rock as a TM, which is cool. That's going to be another thing. There's going to be like more limited Stealth Rock users. Vulpix, pretty straightforward here. Hypnosis, Nasty Plot, which is good. Calm Mind is nice. Solar Beam, so maybe like a Sunny Day Solar Beam set. Obviously, it's not going to be able to set up Drought automatically anymore without abilities. Wigglytuff here generally is pretty bad. So again, it's just got a wide variety of special attacks and can really kind of cover the gambit on that. Let's see here. We don't get Crobat, man. I love me some Crobat, but we don't get it. So no Brave Bird, dude. So yeah, you're stuck with U-turn, Toxic, Fly, and if you want to use a physical flying move, you're bringing out the Wing Attack, man. That's what's happening, dude. You're gonna be using Wing Attack. Let's see here, Gloom and Volplume. Let's see what Gloom's got. Gloom's got Mega Drain because obviously I think Giga Drain is actually out, so you're gonna kind of have to rely on that. Solar Beam really reliable with that new base power if you can set up the Sunny Day. But again, I don't even see Sunny Day as a TM, so that's another thing. If a Pokemon doesn't learn Sunny Day by level up, you can't take advantage of Solar Beam that way. So pretty crazy stuff when you actually take a step back and think about it. Spore is still in the game for Parasect, which actually I think is going to create a niche for Parasect in the fact that it's got 100% sleep user, and I think it's going to be the only one. So that actually could be kind of viable in like a competitive type setting, is being able to Spore things with Parasect. Does it learn anything good here? Not really. I mean, X-Scissors nice that it still gets that. Dig is, I guess, something to hit steel types. Toxic. Spore is the big one. Leech Life is probably better than X-Scissor anyway in this situation. And then maybe like the other powders. Leech Seed is also probably pretty good on this guy. Venomoth does get Quiver Dance and Bug Buzz and Psychic, so that's pretty good. But again, I mean, I guess it didn't have the boosted Sleep Powder previously, but this I think is actually going to be a pretty good Pokemon as well. Using Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance to set up with Bug Buzz and maybe Psychic or Sludge Bomb. Obviously, in the current competitive metagame, it's like you use Tinted Lens to kind of break through things, but nevertheless, Fissure, gotta love that. On Dugtrio, pretty straightforward stuff though. Try Attack, I mean, you're gonna see Earthquake, Rock Slide. No Stone Edge though, doesn't seem like Stone Edge is really widely distributed. I do like the Play Rough and the Nasty Plot on Persian. Obviously they don't work together very well, but you could, you know, use them. But Nasty Plot's cool because you got Thunderbolt, you got Shadow Ball, you've got Dark Pulse. So a couple options there. The physical set, not too good. So you're definitely gonna want to run the special set. Gold Duck gets Yawn, which I just did. Hydro Pump, Disable. Competitively, maybe Calm Mind Gold Duck. It's pure water type, which is sad. Should be a psychic type, man. But yeah, I would say with Gold Duck, you're probably gonna run special and just run Calm Mind, Psychic, Surf, you know, Scald or whatever. You know, Calm Mind, Surf, and something like that. Primeape, U-turn is nice. Again, another Pokemon with Outrage. Rock Slide, Thunder Punch, Poison Jab. So Primeape actually has a pretty good move pool in terms of physical options. Growlithe learning Play Rough is really cool, actually. I think that's new. Flare Blitz, Outrage. So actually, Arcanine might not be terrible. You're gonna have to rely on TMs, but Superpower is an option. You've got Fire Blast, you want to run Mix. You got Play Rough, you want to hit on that side. Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse is nice. Will-O-Wisp is also nice. And then you're gonna also have the options to run Flare Blitz and Crunch if you kind of hold it and evolve it later. Poliwrath does get Submission and Superpower. Otherwise, you're stuck with Brick Break. I don't think Drain Punch is a thing. I'm not seeing it. So, but Bulk Up is a thing, so you got that. Alakazam, obviously, Calm Mind does still have moves. Psychic. Alakazam is looking to be one of the strongest Pokemon in the metagame just because there's not a ton of things that switch into Psychic type moves. There's only a handful of Dark types like the Alolan forms. So you can really, really use that, but it doesn't have a fighting type move. Previously, in competitive, Alakazam would run Focus Blast, but it doesn't have that as an option. So you kind of lose out on that fighting type move. Machop, same kind of deal. Let's see here what Machamp has. All the elemental punches, which is really nice. Bulk Up, which is good. The punches, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. So again, nothing to change there. This is where it gets interesting though. These Pokemon that learn Solar Beam, they don't have Sunny Day. So Power Whip though on Victory Bell, that's gonna make it one of the more fearsome grass type attackers, and it learns Leech Life, which is kind of cool. Tentacruel, obviously, just being super bulky. I don't even see Rapid Spin. Is Rapid Spin like not even in the game? Am I crazy? There is no Rapid Spin. So when Stealth Rocks are up, man, they are up. They are up, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. Same deal. Scald, Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, wherever Sludge Bomb, you know. Geodude gets Self-Destruct, Explosion, Double Edge, Earthquake, Rock Slide. So Rock Slide seems to be like, that's your best rock move, man. You're rocking Rock Slide, dude. That's it. Rapidash gets Mega Horn. It gets Hypnosis. It gets Horn Drill. It's going to get Flare Blitz, which is nice. Does it get Play Rough? It doesn't get Play Rough. That's unfortunate. It does get Willow, though, which is nice. Drill Run is good. So you got some options there. Slow Bro. No Slow King. I like Yawn on this. I like Calm Mind. I'm sure that Slowbro is actually going to be really good. Calm Mind, Scald. It's got great coverage options. Doesn't have Regenerator anymore, but still really good. Magneton, I think, is going to be okay. Watch out for those Earthquakes, but could be really good. Farfetch is bad. Sky Attack is buffed, though, in this game. Still a charge move, but still it's 200 base power as well. Dodrio. Let's see here. What do we got for Dodrio? Tri Attack, Drill Peck, which is good. Jump Kick. It does have Jump Kick, which is nice. So that's nice. I'm going to go a little quicker here and go through some of these. Horn Drill on Dugong, dude. Gotta love that. Dugong's just bad, but you can run Payday, because at least that'll give it some use. Good old Muck, man. I love me some Muck. Acid Armor's kind of cool. Toxic, Sludge Bomb. I'm sure it learns Poison Jab. Yep. Thunder Punch, Fire Punch somewhere. Yep. Fire Punch, Ice Punch. So it's got that. It also has a couple special moves, but Brick Break is really nice. Otherwise, you're not going to run the special moves, really. Cloyster, no Shell Smash. Oh, it does have Shell Smash. Thank goodness. Okay, so Cloyster right there becomes insanely good. If I'm being honest, Shell Smash makes it a huge threat and probably one of the biggest setup sweeping threats in the game. So definitely keep an eye out for that, because Shell Smashing Shelder and Cloyster are going to be really good. See what we got for Gengar. Gengar's got pretty standard stuff for Gengar. It's just going to run, 4 attacks probably with like Thunderbolt. But again, it's going to lose out on Focus Blast. Onyx, you're going to run Earthquake, Rock Slide, Stealth Rock. So maybe it has a niche as a Stealth Rock user. Hypno might not be that bad. Again, Psychic types are going to be few and far between. And there's not a ton of Dark types. So you may actually have some viability with Hypno here using Nasty Plot, Psychic, and then Shadow Ball. Together, it also gets Dazzling Gleam, which is pretty good to hit those few Dark types that are going to be present, like a little Eradicate. Krabby gets Crab Hammer, so no Liquidation, I'm assuming. Yeah, so Crab Hammer is going to be really its best bet, but it still has Rock Slide, still has X Scissors, so still pretty good there. Superpower, so definitely some viable options, and it still gets Agility. So I think actually Kingler's pretty good. It's got a really good attack stat, so I think it's actually going to still be pretty good. Electrode being one of the fastest Pokemon in the game with no held items, you're going to outspeed everything, but no Volt Switch. So U-turn is really your way to pivot around. So that kind of nerfs him quite a bit. Executor does it get Sunny Day? I'm curious. I see the Solar Beam, but I'm not seeing the Sunny Day. So, unless I'm missing it. So that's something new. And you can always Control F and like search through things here. Marowak is going to it doesn't have its Thick Club, so it's not going to be very strong. A little Marowak will be kind of cool, but it does get Stealth Rock. Hitmonlee, let's see if Chan gets the punches. It does. No priority aside from Feint and Common Punch isn't even priority. Bulk Up is nice. Lickitung gets Power Whip, but otherwise it's just a wide range of coverage options. Weezing still has Will-O-Wisp, I hope. Yep, Will-O-Wisp and a couple other coverage options, good special attacks. Just a bulky Pokemon, but doesn't have an immunity to ground types anymore. Rhydon is going to have, the same stuff. Earthquake, Rock Slide is going to be like the new metagame for Edgequake. Good coverage, like a lot of special options, but really not that viable. Chansey has Soft Boil. It's going to continue to be the special wall and just the absolute monster that it is. Does get Stealth Rocks, which is nice. Tangela is pretty bulky with no evolution in this game. Leech Seed. You probably run Leech Seed, Mega Drain, maybe Toxic or something like that. Kangaskhan might be decent. Sucker Punch is kind of cool. Fake Out is also nice for priority. It gets a lot of coverage options with the punches. Seadra is going to be probably pretty bad. I don't see Dragon Dance, so I don't think that's the thing. Seeking is also bad. It does get agility though, so I guess there's that. Starmie is kind of cool, but again, no rapid spin, so hazard removal doesn't exist anymore. So I think if there's any sort of competitive metagame, Stealth Rocks are going to be huge, and that's going to completely nerf the Charizards. Charizard is going to be absolutely dreadful. Anything weak to rocks, I think is going to be actually a lot worse. Mr. Mime, looking to be pretty powerful. Not. It does get Calm Mind though, so that's an option. Setup options are definitely limited, man. Swords Dance on Scyther is pretty good, but again, that Stealth Rock weakness I think is going to be really big in this game. I think I haven't seen a single Pokemon with hazard removal yet. So Jinx, unless I'm missing something, but Electabuzz, pretty straightforward there. Magmar, nothing too crazy. Pinsir always gets that wide array of fighting type moves. But it is going to have Rock Slide. It's going to have Earthquake. It gets Outrage, which is kind of cool. Superpower Stealth Rock, which it did previously have. Mega Pinsir, again, going to really dislike that Stealth Rock weakness. So I think that's going to be pretty big. No Dragon Dance, man. Gyarados is officially very nerfed without Dragon Dance. Lapras, and again, it does have a good wide range of coverage options, but as a physical attacker, it loses out a lot. You still get Waterfall, though. You do get Crunch. There's no Ice Fang. So definitely some big changes there. Lapras, I'm not seeing Calm Mind, so that's a bummer there. But typically you're gonna run Scald. Does it even get Scald? It doesn't get Scald, does it? Wow. Yeah, I have to run Surf. That was a previous thing too. Eevee picks up Double Kick, obviously. The different evolutions here. Hydro Pump, you're gonna run Scald on that anyway. With some coverage options. You lose out on your main set for Vaporeon, which was Wish. So Vaporeon's usefulness is definitely reduced. Jolteon doesn't have Volt Switch anymore. Flareon gets Flare Blitz, though it has a move. Not too shabby there. Porygon actually is kind of cool because of Recover. And I think it had Agility, right? Or no? Yeah, it does have Agility, but, Omastar, does it get, it does get Shell Smash. So again, I think the Shell Smashes are going to be absolutely insane. Kabuto and Kabutops, Swords Dance, Leech Slide, Rock Slide, Aqua Jet is nice. Again, Earthquake, Edgequake. Aerodactyl's gonna be good because of how fast it is, but his moveset is trash. You're gonna have to rely on Rock Slide, Earthquake, and then maybe, I don't know, I guess Stealth Rock from a lead perspective, maybe Iron Tail, or I don't even know, Crunch, I guess. Hit those Psyche types like the Alakazams if you outspeed them, although I think Rock Slide probably kills. Snorlax is probably going to be pretty beast just because of how bulky it is. This is going to be a very interesting metagame, dude. Articuno, Roost, Blizzard, that whole deal. U-Turn is kind of nice on it. Sub, Protect, Toxic, whatever. Zapdos getting Thunder. Thunderbolt is nice. Agility, Zapdos, I think is going to be legit. Roost, very few Pokemon that can recover in this game. Moltres, of course, getting U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp. Again, that Stealth Rock weakness. Dragon Knight. Again, no Dragon Dance, man. That's big, but it does get the punches in Aqua Jet. It gets Roost. It gets a lot of coverage options on the special side. Mewtwo is going to be insane, obviously, with Calm Mind just because of its base stat total and its wide array of moves. And then Mew learns everything, including Nasty Plot, which is going to be really strong for that. And then, of course, Meltan gets Thundershock, Acid Armor, Flash Cannon. But Melmetal, let's take a look at this because this is actually the big one here. Thunder Punch. Flash Cannon, Double Iron Bash. That's the move that hits twice as a 60 base power steel move that has a chance to flinch. Thunder Punch, Ice Punch as expected. And no Drain Punch because it doesn't exist, but it does get Earthquake. I don't see Rock Slide though. Oh, I do see Rock Slide. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward there. And then I think these are, I don't know, a Gengar 1, Venusaur 1. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I think this is just something different. I have no idea. Charizard 2, I don't know. Are there any differences? Flare Blitz is 75. I don't know if they're the same. So maybe this is the level up pools for Pokemon Megas. I mean, these are all Mega Pokemon, so I'm not exactly sure. But that concludes that, man. So some pretty crazy stuff. Some of the big takeaways I would kind of say are, you know, some of the big things, like you lose out on a lot of the setup options. So you still have things like Calm Mind and Shell Smash, dude. I think Shell Smash is big, man. Omanite and Cloyster both getting Shell Smash. I think that's going to be really, really good for those two Pokemon. I think if you're able to set up Shell Smash, you're going to be able to beat most teams. So I think that that's going to be a really good strategy in this game. Again, there's no Power Herb, but if you can set up yourself in a situation where you can live a hit by maybe setting up a screen, like, you know, Light Screen or Reflect or something like that, those are in the game. You could potentially get yourself in with an Omastar and set up a Shell Smash and win. No Dragon Dance, so that's a pretty big thing. There's no hazard removal from what I can tell. I haven't seen Rapid Spin or Defog, so that means things like Charizard and Mega Pinsir and all those Pokemon that have those big Stealth Rock weaknesses, Moltres, Articuno, they're going to really, really be crippled because once Stealth Rock hits the field on turn 1, which I'm sure a lot of people, if there's any competitive metagame for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that's going to really, really hinder your ability to get those Pokemon in. They're going to take a lot of damage. It's going to make the games a lot shorter, which I think is a good thing. It's definitely like kind of a reduced down metagame, but I'm actually excited for it. I think it'll be fun to mix it up, and I'm excited to do my first ever Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Draft League. So, yeah, other takeaways, I mean, again, without held items and abilities, it's pretty crazy. I didn't see Sunny Day, though. Sorry for that really loud noise. Yeah, I don't see Sunny Day anywhere, so Sunny Day doesn't exist. So Solar Beam's just a 2-turn move, and that's it. There's no weather, so there's no weather in this game, it seems. So that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Are you happy? Are you disappointed? What are your thoughts, man? Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to Cloyster for giving us this info. I'll catch you guys next time. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.